Strickland at our house. It's not something we do very often. That's a joke. So, Governor Strickland.
Thank you, young man. I just want to take a few minutes to talk with you about why I'm here and what I think is at stake in this election. And your time is precious, and I really appreciate the fact that you've taken part of your day to be with me here in Huber Heights. I've been traveling around the state talking about what's at stake. I want to tell you a few things that I've tried to do as governor that I think has positioned Ohio to move forward economically. We have gone through very difficult times, as Ed has said. This has been a national recession. It did not have to happen, in my judgment. It happened primarily because of shenanigans and greed that characterized Wall Street, and that has really brought our economy to the brink not only of a recession, but very close, I believe, to what could have been a long-lasting major depression. And so Ohio's gone through a lot, and there are some folks who are trying to blame me for Ohio's economic circumstances, and I want to shoulder the responsibility that I am really responsible for, but I can tell you the job loss in Ohio was caused more by Wall Street than it was by anything that I or anyone in Ohio did. And I'm trying to lay that out as clearly as I can. But since I've been governor, we've done several things that I think lay a foundation for Ohio's future. We have constrained the cost of higher education. Before I became governor, think about this. Every year for 10 straight years, tuition at our public colleges and universities had increased an average of 9% a year for 10 straight years. Look what that does to working families who are trying to educate their kids. And so we brought a stop to that. We froze tuition for 2 years, the only state in America to do that. And we are doing more than any state, I believe, over the 4 years that I will have been governor to hold down the escalation of college costs. Consequently, we have about 65,000 more Ohioans enrolled in our colleges now than when I became governor. And so we're proud of that. K-12 education, we haven't done everything we intend to do, but we've done a lot. You know, in Florida and in Nevada, they have higher unemployment than we have. They have higher problems with foreclosure than we have. In Hawaii, they're giving their kids 4 days a week of schooling. They've eliminated Fridays. In Utah, they've actually debated whether or not to get rid of the 12th grade, the last year of high school, in order to save money. But I'll tell you what we haven't done in Ohio. We haven't abandoned our commitment to education. Ohio has increased funding using federal and state resources to our public schools by more than 5.5% during this current budget. So when other states like Indiana are cutting $300 million out of public education, and other states like New Jersey are slashing funding for public education, we've actually increased funding for public education in Ohio. We passed an energy bill that gives us a very strong renewable standard. By the year 2025, 25% of all the electricity sold in Ohio must come from advanced technologies and renewable sources. And that's resulting, my friends, in investments being made in Ohio right now, in solar power and wind power and biofuels and fuel cell research. And just recently, it was announced that an electric car company called Coda is coming to Ohio to build their batteries for that car, creating 1,000 new jobs in Ohio. So we've done that, and we've done it in a way that I believe gives our business and our corporations some predictability, so they can understand what their costs are likely to be going forward. So We've worked to find capital for small business expansion. I've been working with the Obama administration and other friends in Washington on a bill that is before the Congress right now that will make some billions of dollars available to small businesses so that small businesses can get the money they need to grow and expand and create jobs. And jobs are being created in Ohio. The month before last, we were third in the nation in jobs being created. And last month, more jobs were created. The unemployment rate is much too high, but it is slowly headed in the right direction. At one time, we had an unemployment rate of 11.1%. Then it went down to 10.9%. Then it went down to 10.7%. And the latest figures has our unemployment at 10.5%. So it's headed in the right direction. This hole that we're in is very deep. But let me tell you, it's because of the recession, and it's because of what happened on